what would you do about the individuals on Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs?
Yeah, look, we got to actually, and first of all, that's not even the whole thing. Why are we only seeing a partial list, a redacted list? So what I'm thinking right now, and a few years ago, I didn't think this way. People say this is a conspiracy theorist mindset. No, it's just a reality awakening based on how the game is played. I think that was actually a deflection. Because it was a way to at least placate the people who have been making demands for a long time to actually avoid releasing. Just give us the full list. Give us the full video footage of what happened inside and outside the prison. Tell us exactly why Jeffrey Epstein was saying before he said, they tried to kill me, I'm not committing suicide. And then what ends up happening is what it looks like his brother actually has offered a different account in recent days. My answer is we deserve a government that tells the people the truth. Lay out the full information, not the partial list, not the redacted list. Why do you need redactions? List the whole thing. We, the people, deserve the truth. We have a government that has systematically lied to us. From the truth of, all the way, it goes back, these are third rails you're not supposed to touch. The truth about Saudi Arabia's involvement in 9/11, all the way to the basis for the war in Iraq, all the way to the basis for the 2008 bailouts, all the way to the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that never was. The Hunter Biden laptop story we were told that was false on the eve of the last election, absolutely true. To the origin of COVID-19, which absolutely did begin as a man-made virus in a lab in Wuhan, which would have been censored if you said as recently as 2.5 years ago. Weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. That's what I was referring to, the basis for the war in Iraq. All the way to how our money's being spent in Ukraine. The truth about what happened on January 6th, which we still don't know. Well, but the extent to which and how, tell us the details. Release the video footage. All the way to the Nashville Transgender Shooter Manifesto, which they refused to release. Every other shooter manifesto released except for that one until it got leaked. All the way to the Jeffrey Epstein client list. We deserve a government that tells the people the truth again. And if there's one thing I can promise you as your U.S. president, we will tell you the truth not just when it's easy, but when it's hard. Tell you the truth when it's ugly. That's how we actually rebuild trust in this country. You want to know something? If you want somebody who's actually going to get in there and speak truth to power, start by voting for somebody who's going to speak the truth to you. There's a reason why I'm the only candidate in this race who can say these things. It looks like January 6th, just look at the facts, does increasingly look like it was the product of government entrapment. That's what it looks like. Gretchen Whitmer, we actually know that was entrapment because it was actually proved by a jury that acquitted 3 of those people. There's a systematic underbelly of the administrative state, the deep state, and the law enforcement apparatus in this country. The only person who could tell you the climate change agenda is a hoax because it has nothing to do with the climate. That the carbon capture pipeline making its way across half this state, including the western and northern part of the state, using eminent domain to seize the land of innocent farmers, is based on incorrect, false, illegal premises using eminent domain to steal the land from innocent farmers. To tell you Ronna McDaniel needs to resign as the failed chairwoman of the RNC. That all pardoned every peaceful protester from January 6th on day 1 in office. To tell you that we'll strip the pharma companies of their special liability shield for liability for vaccine injuries. That I'll strip that in my first term in office. There's a reason why I'm the only candidate who can even tell you these things, because today our politics is corrupt. You need a president who's not bought and paid for by that same system. So are we going to do that for the Jeffrey Epstein client files? Of course. And hold the bad actors accountable? Yes, we will. I've said my first term in office, first days in office, any government actor who has tried to pressure a private company like a tech company or a bank to do something through the back door that the government couldn't do through the front door, we will publish it and we will hold the bad actors accountable to the fullest extent of the law. That's how we restore the rule of law in this country. That's how I'm going to lead us. It's not going to make a lot of people happy, but I'm not in this to make friends. I'm in this to swear an oath to the Constitution and to keep it. And you know what? We the people, we can handle the truth. We demand the truth. We require the truth. That's the standard I want you to hold me to as your next president. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Eileen. Good to see you.
I love Vivek. I've been following all over.
Got to know you since very early stages of this campaign, Eileen.